What is up, everybody? Spyder Dan here with Slingmods.com, and today we're going to be installing the SSVWorks audio system for the Can-Am Spyder F3 and F3S. If you're a Can-Am Spyder F3 or F3S owner and are looking to add some tunes to your next ride, we've got you covered. We've partnered up with SSVWorks to bring you the first tailor-made audio system for the Can-Am Spyder F3 and F3S. Each audio system will include two 6.5-inch injection molded plastic speaker enclosures, two SSVWorks marine coaxial speakers with optional colored grills, a 200-watt external amplifier with mounting plate, an MRB3 Bluetooth audio receiver with volume, track, and EQ adjustment, and of course all necessary brackets and wiring. All aluminum brackets have been made specifically for this design, and all wires have been cut to length for seamless installation from the comfort of your home. Now let's hand this over to Brandon to see how it's installed.
Start by screwing your set screws into both speaker pods in the following positions. These set screws are used to plug the holes not used by the clamps to keep the system weatherproof. Now take your speaker pod mounting bracket and slide in the two short screws, add the spacer, and then attach it to the right hand side speaker pod. And do the same for the left hand side pod. Slide in the two short screws, add the spacer, and then attach it to the speaker pod. Next, you can pop your frunk, remove this service panel, and pop out these 4 push pins so you can remove the compartment liner. Now locate these 2 connectors and slide them to the left and right to remove them from the tab. Then, using a 10mm socket, remove these 2 bolts and be careful not to drop or lose any of the factory spacers. Next, you can slide the MRB3 brain mounting bracket into position and reuse both of those bolts to mount it back into place. Now unscrew the negative battery terminal so that you can attach the black cable from the power harness to the ground terminal of the battery. And then attach the red cable of the power harness to the positive terminal of the battery. Next, use the provided screws to mount the MRB3 brain to the mounting bracket, and make sure the wires are all facing down. Now unscrew these 6 T25 Torx on top of the bike. This will help give you a little bit more room to run the wiring. Next, feed the wiring of your MRB3 controller through the mounting bracket like so, and then attach it using the 2 small screws. Then simply slide it over the center of the handlebar mount assembly and push down until it snaps into place. Now feed the wire through the opening of the bars, lift off the side access panel, and then feed the wire down alongside the factory cables, making sure to secure and keep away from any and all moving parts. If you remove this key panel too, you'll give yourself a lot more room, especially now that we have to run the speaker wires down the same way. Now take both wires and feed them up to the MRB3 brain alongside the factory cables, making sure to secure and keep away from any and all moving parts. Next, you can tighten back down the front two T25 Torx on the top of the bike. And then take your speaker pod and attach it to the bike using the other two holes. And do the same for the other side. Attach your speaker pod to the two open holes on top of the bike. You can now reattach the key panel and plug in your left and right side speaker pods. And tuck the connectors down and out of sight using wire ties to secure them in place. And then go through and secure any and all loose wires up and out of the way of all moving parts. Finally, we can connect the power and ground wire, speaker wire harness, antenna, and then the MRB3 controller. And remember to zip tie all loose wires up and out of the way. And you may want to run your new antenna wire up towards the top of the frunk. Now just put back the frunk liner, pop in those 4 push pins, reattach the service panel cover, and close your frunk. The system is controlled by the MRB3 media controller, which allows you to choose between either AM, FM, or Bluetooth. It features a backlit hyper white LED display for clear visibility during the day and at night. And it's weatherproof since we know some of you like to ride in the rain. To connect your MRB3 controller to Bluetooth, first make sure your device is Bluetooth enabled and your SSV MRB3 is turned on and set to BT music. Then go into your phone's available Bluetooth devices, select the SSVWorks MRB3 option, and this will connect you to the head unit so you can begin to tune to your desired settings. As far as tuning goes, there are preset EQs such as flat, classical, pop, rock, jazz, and metal, as well as independent bass and treble control so that you can fine-tune the EQ to what sounds best for your type of music. Once everything is set the way you like it, pull up your favorite track and let it rip.
So, if listening to your favorite tunes while riding your Spyder F3 is on your wish list, head on over to slingmods.com today and pick up an audio system for yourself. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe below to stay up to date with everything Spyder. I'm Spyder Dan, signing out until next time.
Put the place up.